All right, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm here. Good day, everybody. All right. So let's get the show on the road. So yeah, we're here in Duncanton. Is that the word? In Honduras, man. So sorry about that. So yeah, here's the aircraft. As you see, the AeroGenesis version 1.2. Yeah, so it's beta. So let me just put up the sounds here a little bit as well. All right. So yeah, it's good to be actually here, and hopefully everything goes well. Yeah. Let me see, what else can I say? Open up my Volanta and stuff. All right. Ooh. So I was just testing a few things in the back and looking at making sure everything's okay or everything's all good. We are gonna be going on to Vatsim now, so I am gonna be probably, yeah, let me just put this all on. It's a lot going on right now, and I today, which actually first and foremost, let me just get the sounds on a little bit here. All right, here we go. Okay. So yeah, as we can see the aircraft here, and it's raining. Yeah, the weather's not looking great. I am using a few things here, VisualXp. So I have that. Running it for 10 minutes, so that's already all configured. And I also have, at the moment, where is it? Not running the live traffic today. I probably should. You know what? I reckon I probably should. Yeah. Just to make it a little bit more exciting, I think. But I'm actually gonna head on Vatsim, and actually, I think if on Vatsim it's fine, then I'll just continue that. So we get to Avitav. Avitav 0.7.1. That as well. And also AutoOrtho. So I am using AutoOrtho zoom level. Zoom level 17. So let me just get to charts where I've actually have my charts and stuff. I believe, if I remember, yes, and it will be here. Where is it? There we go, to Montreal. So it's Delta Alpha Golf Echo November. So I can go on to Delta Alpha Golf Echo November, which I am using my Swift Pilot GUI for that. So yeah, should be exciting, should be fun. Nope. It would not be fun. Oh, why did I move that? Just give me a second now. Yeah, I'm testing out everything, man. Just making sure the life of the stream, everything, making sure everything's all good. The space. Yeah. It's Alpha Golf Echo November, and we're in a A330 today. And we're not an airline today, so we're actually operating a carrier service. Yeah. So give me a second. Okay, so as you guys can see, from Tonkamton, so let me see, actually free. Alright, it's costing X78, time 4 hours 30 minutes, man. It's pretty long hour. But yeah, so I'm gonna be making sure I can get a lot of the data, the AutoOrtho. So I'm just loading in all of that stuff and actually seeing logs. So if this does crash, that's fine. We're gonna go as maximum and try to get as maximum cache that we can possibly get. I do have head tracking and stuff, so we're possibly gonna, hopefully should be good with the head tracking. Yeah, man, really appreciate all of you guys for actually being on here, or whoever's here. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, man, so I'm actually in Discord as well, so some of the guys are actually there in Discord. I'm not sure. I said I'm gonna issue exams. Though I think they have to be completed in 6 days time. Theoretical exams. think they have to be completed in 6 days. Not sure why. Yeah, that's for ETC. Yeah. So I'll look into that afterwards. All right, so let me just get things off and running there because I am pretty much here for a little bit. Let me check what's my memory at the moment. My memory is a lot, almost 19 gigs. VRAM is a lot, literally. It's 5.7 gigs. CPU, yeah. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a little bit of bottleneck. Hopefully, here and there. At least my C drive so far, it's not being utilized much. Probably like 1% or so, which is good. And the D drive 0, even if this is all running on the C drive, but my other D drive is where my AutoOrtho and stuff. So far nothing is running too high, but it is pretty high. Memory went back down, so now memory back down to 17 gigs. So that's fine. Yeah, so let's try to get things off and running, man, because I am waiting around here for a little bit. Jeez, yeah, I can imagine a lot going on. Yeah, so like I said, AutoOrtho running in the back, running 0.7.2, so hopefully all is well. So I don't want to talk too much, so let's try and get things off and running here. Okay, so this VisualXp, I am going to be doing, oh, I forgot to put, I should have put VR. I probably should have put that. VR flight. Go. So we have walk around. Alright. We have walk around. So I'm trying to test as many things because I know you guys want to have a lot of interesting stuff, because I know a lot of time people watch streams, but like, you know, you want to like make it exciting and fun. So okay, so let me get the show off and running. I don't know if we're gonna get a chat here. I got MHTG, and now I noticed none of the weather is available anymore in this 0.7.1. It is a bit weird, but at least we got the chats here, so that's pretty good. We have airports, so we have aerodrome, so at least we have something. All right. So yeah, as you guys can see, display threshold, which we know the very first about here, because of the mountains they have over there. All right, because of the mountains over there, so that's why they have the display threshold there. So at least everything works so far. I am using, like I say, AutoOrtho, as well as I am also using the SimHeaven. So some of these buildings had from SimHeavens, and also, well, I mean, I do have SFD global, but it is not for here. So these are like SFD global areas. Yeah, that's fine. Runway is wet. This is one I got from the Flightsim maybe not Flightsim.to, from the org store. Somebody was developing it, so this is not default. Yeah, this is a bit pure, and it's good to see the, they have, ooh, look at this, man. Guys seeing that? They have some birds and stuff. Look at the birds, look at the birds. Look at the birds there, guys. So, you know, Xplane, man, Xplane is doing a lot of great things, man. And yeah, AeroGenesis 1.2, so they did have a few change logs. A few things change actually. So yeah, I don't want to run my mouth too long. We're gonna try and get things off and running there. Yeah guys, so appreciated it, all of you guys, for actually being here today. So first thing first, I'm on Vatsim at the moment, and let me see if there's any ADC. No, there is not at the moment. And what I would do is, oh, look at the birds. This calls for a nice picture here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take a picture of that. Wow. Look at the birds, just yeah, look at these birds. All right. Yeah, what else? All right. Yeah, so like I said, I'm actually inside, so I'm actually gonna get everything off and running. Let me get the Volanta stuff up and running, Simbridge, because I am stress testing everything, so hopefully everything all works. Okay, so let me see. Departure would be let me see, that was supposed to be 9:21, which is 10, 9, yep. Put it at 9:40, so next like for 7 minutes. Alright, sent. Alright, so my thing is sent, everything is all check, and what I'm gonna actually do is I'm actually gonna put this onto my Volante. So I'm using the A330. Not this one. Oh Jesus, that's fine. MHTG, because we're actually not going there, but CYUL. And I'm gonna put a flight plan. There we go. Save that route, and I think that's pretty much saved that. So there we go. So you guys can see all the bad places that we have to pass. Right. All the. So we can see they have some weather even around Miami there. So yeah, the weather's not looking too well around Miami. Alright, so yeah, like I said, let me just get this show on the road. So I'm just testing things. Some of the guys actually in Discord, they're doing whatever they're doing, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get things off and running, and then yeah. So let me see, what else am I testing here? My rudder pedals, I have my rudder pedals as well. So yeah, so hopefully everything goes well. So let's get inside the aircraft, yeah. Alright, here we go. And let's get things. So I do have, like I said, VR. There we go. Now what I've noticed is this doesn't have lights at the moment. For some reason, I don't know if it's me. If I did do something, but I don't know why. Where is the lights? I know this is lights, isn't it? Alright, so this is supposed to be all the way up, which it is. So no idea why. Rest I'm not sure. Shift F. Yeah, I'm not actually too sure why the overhead isn't actually showing. I really wish I had an idea. I don't know. I had an idea. Alright, you know what? Just checking. Let me put my IRSs. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason, like the overhead, for some reason, I don't know, because it is an update for Xplane 12, so it is not the official thing. Like they had to patch it, or you have to patch it basically. So something probably about the patch probably broke something. All right, so let's get into the IRSs. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is, because I don't have I have something different, right? So let me get MHTG, and I believe it's right, like it says CYUL01 flight, actually company route, if I remember. There we go. And insert. There we go. And we don't have flight number because we're not going. And if I remember, we go into flight level. We go into flight level 390. 390. There we go. All right. So let me just get my head tracker on again. Let's get the head tracker on again. Alright, so give me a second here. Alright, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'm not sure if you guys are, but okay, so first thing first, Avatar. So like we said, Avatar, we're gonna go back and we're probably gonna put the airport. Here we go. Sorry, not airport, charts. Come back to the charts up here, and I can always go to the weight and balance. So you guys can see here, fuel, is 33247. Alright, 33247. So I'm gonna go into weight and balance. And this is how you do it. So with this aircraft, so you put target fuel, which I could do all of that stuff here, but I choose not to do that here but that's just the way to do it. So we're gonna try and do it professionally. So you press next, so fuel weight, weight 2, which what I'll do is meantime I'll open the Habitat just to get things off and running quicker. So 33247 7, and then what you do is you press enter. There you go. And then you press next, which is gonna go back to passengers. Let's look at the passenger count. And go back to passengers. Let me see, how many passengers again? 314. So we're just gonna imagine 314, but this is just a repatriation flight. So you press enter, and then you press next, and then you press next. So now it's cargo, baggage 85. There you go, 8500. Press enter. There you go. And now you're gonna press quick load up. And let me see, 332. Let's just make sure. Quick load up, and you're gonna press quick refueling. So 332. So that should change your fuel hopefully. 332. Here you guys see it. 332. 332. So nice. You guys can see that 332. Perfect. Alright, so let me see. This have to align. So all of that is all set, everything is all checked. We're just waiting for, what we're waiting for actually, 163 block fuel 332. So let's just cross-reference this 163, cross-reference this to the Habitat 162 point. Alright, so you guys can see 162.7. Alright, so we're fine. Okay, now one important thing, the lights. Make sure, let me check the lights on this aircraft. So the lights okay, seems to be fine for now. It does seem like it needs to work, get a little bit of work. Okay, so let me put this map lights on. It's pretty dark. Console as well, put warmers. I'll put the ceiling lights on as well. Alright, so let's get the ND lights. Sorry, not panel. Alright, get the ND panel. And I'll bring the brightness also to see everything on the display here. Okay, so I think I'll do the same for over here. Okay. Alright. So I feel like we have everything. We're going up to flight level 370. There we go. Come on. 390, sorry. 390. And then we have to get the weather. Flight directors, okay. So what we have to do is get a weather to change the QNH. And I can get that from my plugin, my VisualXp, which tells me there is rain, thunderstorms, scattered photo. So if we do have an emergency, we'll definitely have to get to our emergency. Yeah, so QNH is 1013, so it is pretty much standard pressure, but the temperature is 20 degrees. So you see the dew point, so yeah, you can see why they have rain. Alright, so we're just waiting on this, which is 4 more minutes. Now I think, if I remember, this has lights also up here, I believe. Alright, so you put all of this on, and I think that's another one. Alright, here you go. That's another one. Alright, so I do have my rudder pedals here, so hopefully the rudder pedals work perfectly. What else we're missing? We have to put this light on, and I'll put it 1.2.2.8. There we go. Put this on over here as well. And since they have no body right now, we'll leave this as 2000 anyway. Okay, so I think like we all said, we're just waiting. Right, so let me just do a bit of a walk around here. Let me show you guys the walk around procedure, which I do have this thing called walk around here. Let's walk around. Alright, so now I can press close and I can walk around here. Let's close the doors, open the doors. Oh, come on. Hello. Wrong side, am I? Oh, that's where I meant to go. Alright, here we go. It's nice, yeah? What do you guys think? You guys liking it? Let me change my music here for you guys for a little bit. Alright, there you go. What you guys like it? You guys enjoying this? Yes, no? You can even run with this, you know. Like, it says WSAD or crouch, sorry, C for sprinting, so you can press C. Alright, there you go. That's walk. And there we go, we're running. We're running. I can crouch. Alright, now head up. Nice. Now I know I put the sim on live time, but I think that'll make sense because I feel like with the live time it's going to be too, it's free. By the time I arrive it'll be like, so let me just put this to about like 10, so you know I'll not arrive in the day. So I'm gonna put that apply. Here we go. Alright, so everything seems pretty fine for now. What else? I hope I seen properly. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully you guys like this walk around thing. It's pretty cool. I find it's pretty cool. Alright, let's walk around. Let's get back to the cockpit. Because all of a sudden my frames are going downhill now. There we go. Alright, let me stop sprinting. Let's just take our time. Oop. Let's take our time and walk. Duck. Alright, let's sprint. It's only because when the memory gets better, all of this will come back up anyway. Alright. So yeah. Let's get back up inside. Oop. What's the opening? Where's the thing to open? Is that it? Ugh. Come on. I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna press escape. Let's get back inside. Right. Okay, so let me get back on my VR. There we go. So far at least things work. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the APU since we're getting ready. APU on, passenger seats, belts. Passenger signs coming on. Alright, APU's coming on. Let me see. AGT. Alright, so flaps open. Let me see how that flaps is. Let's get outside. Let me hear the sounds. Put the sounds up. Does it have any blue? Checking to see if it have any heat blue. I mean, it's not too bad. It's starting up nice. I like nowadays like you can actually hear that. Alright, here we go. Alright, so you guys heard that. So that's nice. You can actually hear that. Yeah, that's so nice, yeah? Alright, so yeah, like I said, this is my aircraft Delta Alpha Golf Echo November. Alright, so let's try and get out of here, man, because we've been rooting around, and we actually in the Pratt & Whitney engines as well. So let's see how this actually goes. Alright, so yeah, let me put my again, so far nothing breaks. I'm looking at the memory. The only problem is the memory. I am seeing like issues here and there with the memory. So definitely, at least my VRAM is still the same place, but the memory is a slight issue. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. So this, so far it does seem to be pushing it up a little bit more. All right, but anyways, let's continue. Let's close the doors. Ground handling, and this is how you close doors. 1, 2, 3. Close all the cargo doors. Alright, so it's good to see with this aircraft, you know, you have all of this. Nice. So you guys can see the doors, these doors are still on. Alright, and we are going to program for the departure. Alright, departure, and it seems like we already have it inserted already. Delta 1 Delta auto runway 02. Okay, so it says insert. All right, so we're gonna go and look for the departure. Yeah, let's get back to the Avitav, come back up there in files, change over to airports, and if we come up here, let's get into departure out of runway 02. Alright, like we said, is the bolt 1 Delta. Here it is. So we're gonna be going departing straight out, making a slight left turn, continuing through this because they have mountains, going all the way up. 38 going all the way up, going all the way up. Like I said, this is not fully real world ops, so I'm gonna leave all of that for when it's real world ops. Hey, what's up, man? Good, really nice to see you here, Gerald, man. So I'm here doing testing, basically testing my entire streams and everything, testing the sim and everything. So testing my VR, testing my rudder controls and everything. So far everything seems to work. Yeah, hi Night Sky, man. What's up? Yeah, I'm good, man. Night Sky, good to see you guys here. Really appreciate you guys for being here. So yeah, VR seems to be working pretty nicely here. The AutoOrtho. Let me just go back outside again. So this is the aircraft I'm testing out here, guys. Yeah, so this is the version I'm testing out. This is as you see here, the AeroGenesis A330 version 1.2. So this is what I'm testing. Yeah, this is what I'm testing. It's a nice plane. They've a few changes, just a few changes. But everything seems okay so far. I am doing my rudder controls as well. And also, I do have SimHeaven, trees, SimHeaven, everything, America. So all of these buildings, well, at least those that I have rendered, actually showing, so that's good. And I do have AutoOrtho, so that's why you're seeing all of this. The AutoOrtho give him the ground texture, so it's not, if this was default, if it was the default, you have seen default and it will have looked pretty disgusting actually. Whereas this is pretty much, you say you got Discord? Yes, I have Discord. Actually, the guys are actually in Discord right now. Yeah. There are two of them actually there. I'll probably get on in Discord once I get in here. So this is a mod so far. So I'm AutoOrtho. I'm testing my rudder controls, testing everything. So yeah, let's try and get things off and running. Right. So yeah, let's get things, like I said, let me get back up here. Okay, so first thing first, like I said, this is just testing everything, make sure everything all good. So let's get pushback. Here we go. Let's get pushback over here. Not too far. Alright, about here.
Ground to cockpit. Can acknowledge. Coming through the menu when you are ready.
Alright. There you go. Come on. Ah. Come on. It's like so close there, just not even. We go. Let me just put. Start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay. So yeah, everything seems to be working pretty fine. What else? Yeah, everything seems to be working pretty fine so far. I don't want to jinx it, but so far. Thanks for the 168 of you who've been on the live so far. I really, really appreciate it. You know, yeah, man. If you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about, man, feel free, man. You can talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. But so far, everything seems to be fine. They say it's a pleasure. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah. Always good to have you as well, Gerald.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's ready to connect. Okay, so let me make sure all of that, the head in. Just make sure. Put the head in. That's the only thing is sometimes the controls, man. And this is the latest beta. There we go. That's the only thing. I think like sometimes it's just the tunes and all that. Alright, put it on manage. That's where we go. Here we go. So you see the Nightbot, Night Sky, the Nightbot just posted a Discord there as well. So hopefully I'll see you in Discord if you. Oh, I think you just turned up, man. Good to see you, man. Is that Robin? Robin Mendenza. Hey there. Nice being here.
Tow connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so you're ready to release the parking brake. So I think like we have everything all set. Let me make sure. Okay. I think we're all checked. So we're gonna release the parking brakes here now. Let me see if I release the brakes. Let me see. Does that release the brakes? Ooh, there we go. Okay, so
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
okay, brakes released. So let's get the before start procedure. All right. I don't know. Am I missing something? It could be that I probably didn't take out some of the ground equipment. Oh yes, you actually have to remove all of these. There we go. And as well as the chocks. So the chocks is released. Everything is all released. So there we go. Alright, so I'm not going to stay on this view only. I'm going to try to move around a little bit. Let's start engine number 2. There we go. Engine number 2 starting up. Alright, so okay. So let me move there. Let me go into this. Nice. So far nothing broke so far, so that's good. Like I said, I'm checking everything, making sure everything's okay. The only thing is memory, man. The memory is probably the only thing I am a little bit concerned about here. It's a lot. Trust me, it's a lot. Okay, so what can I do to remove some of these things? Okay, let me remove some of these things. Remove some of these things so at least it doesn't, it frees up a little bit more. Is there anything else I need to move? Okay, I can remove this. Alright. Put those sounds down a little bit. There we go. What's that? You're trying to do a flight together after this? After this one, I think I'll be doing possibly going to BG. Actually, yeah, right that. Going into BG.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
BGGH. So that's yeah, BGGH. That's the one. Okay, here we go. Start engine number 1.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, so far let me see what the memory is. The memory is still hovering around the sim. Engine number 1. Okay. Alright. Engine number 1. Sign up.
As we prepare for takeoff, it is important that you pay careful attention to the safety procedures on this aircraft. On settling down, place your hand-carried items under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. Please be extra careful when removing your personal procedures from this compartment. Don't place your items on the aisles or at the exits. To prepare for takeoff or landing, keep your seat upright with the table locked in its stored position. Please keep your seatbelt fastened during takeoff, landing, and whenever you are seated. Be sure to observe the sign. To fasten your seatbelt, insert a manual link into the buckle. Tighten the belt by pulling the strap. To fasten, lift the metal flap. Should the cabin pressure become low, oxygen masks will drip from the compartment above you. Pull the masks firmly towards you to activate the oxygen flow. Place the mask on your nose and mouth. Pull the headband fitted tightly around your head. Relax and breathe.
So you guys like to hear that it have sounds, these passenger sounds, I'm sorry, the cabin crew sounds. Let me see if I put, if it works, if you put all of this. No, not PA. What's it again? Interphone? Cabin? Does this work? If you put this.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright. Yeah. Let me see. So heat, okay. All of these off. Come on. Off, off, off. Let me see. Put the strobes. I don't know. Taxi lights. The days. Let me test my controls now. Let me see what you guys say now. Give me a second. Let me see what you guys say. Let me see what you guys saying. So far, I mean, nothing broke, so surprised. I'm very surprised. I'm very, very surprised. Nothing ain't broke yet. I'm very, very. Alright, so let me try my rudder. Let me try these rudder pedals here now. Let me see how this works. Alright, first thing first. Go on controls and make sure this works. Let me see if I do rudder left. Alright, so it seemed like it swapped the other way around. Is that left? Wait, left? Oh, right. Alright, good. Oh, so it works. Alright, so it works. Right or left, whatever. I wouldn't be able to do 3 hours since it's a weekday. Yeah, well, I had a bit of time, so I was like, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this now. This guy's actually in the group chat. But once I get in the air, then we'll have a chat about that. I'm just testing a few things there. Yeah, but I think the next flight possibly might be 4 hours. The thing is, I'm doing it that long because I'm able to get my AutoOrtho to cache as much data as possible as well. Because that's how we do it. You have to actually cache the data. Now, I didn't think I put the performance. Oh no. Oh, you actually have to. I mean, I think you could do the takeoff performance from here. Yeah, but if I remember, one of them works and then one of them, the landing, I believe the landing works, I think. Or the takeoff, or it could be possibly the takeoff works and not the landing. Because I remember the last time I did it, it was something like that. So I'm just gonna use what Avitav tell me for the takeoff and landing. So that way we can just get out. Let's get to charts, come up here. Let's get to the bottom. I say we're just doing this stuff so at least we can get on, because we're already on Vatsim. So it says a runway 02 flaps free actually. So flaps free and Toga bleeds off. Bleeds off wet runway. Ooh. Okay, so flaps free. Right, flaps free, I put that F. Are we flexing? No flex, Toga. Wet runway. And what else it says? Speeds of, not dry, sorry, this is dry. Wet. Where does it go? What does it say in here again? Oh, this one is actually used this one, isn't it? Right. Why is it used? Did it use the wrong one? Or is it didn't? I don't understand. How did it not put anything there? But it tells me take off. Runway weight exceeded. Really? Oh. Oh wow. Oh, this would be very interesting. This would be very interesting. Well, guess why this doesn't matter? Because the sim doesn't take into account wet or not wet. You understand? So it doesn't matter. You can actually it will think it's wet, but let's be honest, the sim, like I said, the sim doesn't take into consideration wet. So it will still think that it's a dry runway. Just the performance would think that it's wet, because obviously that's just how it is. The sim never takes into account wet and dry. It just takes into account weight, basically weight and the winds really, but not necessarily wet, because the sim, like I said, the sim doesn't have that. So let's just put 127, 127, 145. Right, 127, 127, 145. 127. Come on. 127, 127. 135. That's fine. Transition, fine. Like I said, full takeoff flaps. The only thing is, right, it says dong 0.4. Dong 0.8. I mean, how does this check? Does this check any of that? Weights, does it actually tell you what the weight is, or what it is up or down? It says actual CG, that's a CG and stuff, but it doesn't actually tell you if is, I believe it's up to the takeoff performance, I believe, to tell you that. Yep. But I know generally it's always about 0.8, sorry, 3.0. So we're gonna use the normal one, which is around, there we go. That's 1, 2. Ah, just now. I think, bro, you guys head probably spinning so much on me. We'll just use 0.3. Let's put this to about, I don't know, 3.4 up. Okay. Alright, there we go. Take off. And also what I've noticed is the flaps, sorry, the spoilers, like I try to put this on. Oh, that's how you arm it. Because I was trying to figure out how to arm it. But this is how you arm it. And flaps free. There you go, flaps free. Okay, so we're all ready for takeoff now. Alright, so let's go. Brakes release. Okay, so I'm going, like I said, I haven't done the other up, down, left, right. Okay, so let me see. Throttles forward. There we go. Sounds not too bad, yeah. Is something missing? Alright, so let me see how much frames this. Let me see what's my frame. Ooh, my frames is very low right now, man. Jeez. Does a wiper take away frames as well? Doesn't seem like it. Ooh, my frames are low. Okay, Rudder. So let's get back to Avitab. We know the runway is all the way down anyway. Where is it? Avitab. Went in fast. And go back to airport. So go ahead and we backtrack. Alright, there we go. There you go. Look at that. Look how nice this looks, man. Jeez. And you can tell, look at the, you know, the droplets and everything. You know? How nice is that, man? Jesus. Jeez. Man. This is nice. Alright, slow down. Slow down. We're gonna be taking a full length takeoff. Alright, so let me get my VR back on. Alright, takeoff test. Ah, Jesus. Alright, let me put brakes. Oh, the brakes a bit sharp. The brakes are really sharp. The brakes are really sharp. Alright, landing lights coming on. Wing lights on. Alright. Fully ready for departure, man. Can we backtrack? Cause I reckon we will need full length. I'm assuming this is supposed to be part of the runway, but then it didn't actually shipped it up properly, yeah. I'm assuming. I think that's what it was supposed to do, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it was supposed to do. Alright, it says blades off. Blades off. Alright, come on. It's rudder now. Alright. There you go. Easy. Easy now. Easy. Easy now. Easy now. Alright. Guys ready? Oh. I obviously have to tweak some things a little bit so far. So far no crash, so that's good. Okay. Alright, so let me put the brakes. Let me see if that works. Oh, it works. Shit, it works. Alright guys, we're ready to go. So we're doing full takeoff first. Alright, so let's roll. Alright, ready to go? Alright. Alright. There we go. No, alright. Rudders. Rudder. Ah. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah. Rudder. Rudder. Alright, easy now. Alright, 100. V1. Rotate. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice, man. Jesus. That was super nice. A positive rate of climb, gear up. Oh my god, that was super nice. Nice. Hello. Alright, enough VR for now, man. Let's get a bit of... Oof. Absolutely wonderful, man. That was super nice. Alright, there we go. That was super nice, man. Alright, let's see the other wing. Jeez. Look at that. That was super nice, man. Wow. Absolutely wonderful, guy. Thumbs up for that, guys. Jesus, man. Alright. Gotta put it on first climb. There we go. Alright, here we go. First climb. And we're climbing out nicely here, man. Jesus. Alright, so let me get my flaps coming up. Flaps 2. Flaps 2. Let's hear the sounds. Nice on the sounds, man. Flaps 1 coming up as well, man. Jeez. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that whistle sound is probably the only thing I have to worry about there. Like, what is that whistle sound? Now, I should have put terrain here, you know. Obviously, this aircraft, it's updated, but they still need to fix up how they have the terrain look, because obviously they haven't done it with the latest version of Xplane. So that's good. At least things seems to be looking good here so far. Look at the rain and the terrain. Sorry. I should have. I mean, I don't know why the rain didn't actually show up, because I do have it on all of that. So I'm not sure. I probably have to put ground clutter. Is it ground clutter? We're not on the ground anymore, are we? Or put this tilt up. I think once you put tilt, it takes the ground clutter, I think. Alright, so here is the weather radar. And weather radar and terrain over here. Jesus. Weather doesn't... Some type of weather this is. Jeez Louise. Is somebody else here at Honduras? Or is it just only me? Oh, you know they had somebody else here as well. Shit. And there I am climbing out. Well, actually, no, that's somebody else here. Am I showing Vatsim traffic? I think. Oh no, because that's why. So here I am climbing out here now. Okay, alright, here I am. So yeah, man, weather doesn't look too great at Honduras at all, man. Climbing past 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off. All of these. I'm not sure what is that. It could be this, I think. Could be the bleeds, I think. I did put the bleed off because it needed a lot more power to take off from these mountains here. I think the sound's probably a little bit... Alright, let me put the sim sounds up down a little bit. Jeez. Okay, let me see the wing flex. If there's any wing flex. This probably doesn't have much wing flex. So far, no wing not much. Barely any wing flex. Jeez, man. How scared would these passengers be climbing out through this? Oh, they'd probably be shitting their pants climbing out through this, man. I can't imagine, man. Can you imagine this guy's climbing out from this? This guy's probably shitting their pants, literally. Man, thanks, man. Thanks to all of you guys for actually showing up. Jeez, look at this weather. Look at this weather, man. Look at this weather. Look at this weather, man. Alright, so let me go on Discord. I reckon. Oh, let me see. Who else? Somebody else posted up Xplane. Ooh. Nice, man. He posted some really nice shots there in the Xplane. Screenshot section there. Climbing out pretty nicely here. Ooh, look at that. Climbing out of these clouds. Oh my god, that is super nice. That is super, super nice. What do you guys think about that? Oh my god. That in itself deserves an entire screenshot. And all of this is going to my Volanta as well. Alright, I'm climbing out John Compton. There is another traffic. Well, there's two traffic actually. Here is one. I think he's going CRJ 1000 and also another one. He's going into Fort Lauderdale. Jeez, look at this weather. Look at this freaking weather, man. Said, are you on Vatsim? Yeah, I'm on Vatsim, yeah. Yeah, Vatsim. Yeah, Gerald. No ATC. If I have a lot of memory left. Oh man, not a lot of memories, guys. Not a lot of memory. Hopefully we don't crash. Hopefully the sim doesn't crash. Jeez, look at that. My god. Look how bad the cloud. Look how bad the rain is. Although it's just a little bit of wing flex. I reckon by now we'll have had a lot of wing flex. Wow. OMG. Look how bad this cloud is, man. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my word. Oh my days. I'm not gonna lie, rudder controls, man. That gets your feet. Gets your feet going for sure. Jeez, we're not gonna climb out of clouds, are we? If we're in weather, I'm gonna move. So yeah, there is a bit of weather. So I'm gonna go a bit left, trying to avoid that weather. Alright, because that weather not looking too nice. I don't want to get into this weather over here. Seems like. See if we can avoid it. There we go. See, speed brakes on. Actually, we have to remove. There we go. Nice. Man, these passengers having a world time, man. They're probably afraid as hell, I could tell you that. Jesus. What I'll do is Delta Echo. What's it? Delta Echo. Delta Alpha. Golf. Echo November. I think I want to put a question. Which Xplane. Draw design. Ready. Yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What are you guys' thoughts on? Alright, let's continue back on track. And let me put on standard. Alright, standard. There you go. Oh, actually, I'll just put it here. So let's get heading up 29. So you see how we missed a lot of the weather there? Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I don't know why, but these sounds are a little bit off. They need to work on the sounds for sure. The sound of sounds a little bit, yeah, not sounding as that great. Let me see. The clouds look really nice, in my opinion, compared to Microsoft. This looks like actual bush of clouds. You can intend clouds, in my opinion. This cloud just came in there. Alright, so let's see if we can climb out here for a little bit. What's it? Come on, let's climb. Yeah, so definitely the sounds need to get worked on. And I'll put tools. Yeah, that's a good question. Which one is the best? Alright, am I far off now? My question is, why isn't it not climbing? It's supposed to be climbing. I mean, even if we're that heavy, we're not so heavy though. Jeez, man, this weather, man. Jeez, what's going on with this weather? So here is the weather here. Literally weather everywhere. God. Where's the weather? Jesus. I'll pin that message. Alright, so far so good. Why is my plane not climbing? That is a question. Is it that you too heavy? Alright. Bright. Climb. It says cruise, manage. Although it doesn't really tell you. To me, it's supposed to tell you at cruise what's the altitude. So it doesn't tell you. It's a bit weird. It's supposed to go up to flight 310. Why are we not going up? Alright. So far the pitch angle doesn't look proper on this. Alright, so let me see if I can put this to VS mode. Climb up at about 1004. Jesus. Jeez Louis. We're not gonna go into that for sure. We'll probably keep that high, yeah, we're gonna keep that head and try and avoid this weather here. If we go here, we're going more in the storm here. There we go. Jesus Christ. Passengers, man, hold on to your seat belts. You will need it. Jesus. Yeah, alright. At least there's less. My thing is, why isn't it climbing plenty? Like, look at the speeds. It's like it doesn't want to climb. The gear is up. Hey, oh Jesus. Jeez, man. I mean, at least we're almost getting out of the weather. We're almost out. There's a traffic below me. Actually, he's on the ground. So here I am, tracking this traffic, this weather. Come on. Let's go. Let's continue our heading. Let's track our heading. Jesus. And we might lose speed. This is a tough flight. Alright, so let me put it on. There we go. Jeez. Finally come out of the clouds. And I'm gonna continue that heading because I'm not going in none of that weather. But why is it making that sound? Like, I don't understand. That sound is just like, what kind of sound is that? Is there a setting to put on the sounds? Nope. Unfortunately. So definitely the sounds need to get worked on. Put this brightness up. Alright, there you go. So we can pass around that traffic, pass around that weather there. I reckon we'll still fly level 300 because the aircraft is heavy. It's not able to climb right now. Jeez. I'm gonna put all of this stuff on. Lights. And we're also gonna get PFD on, ND. Alright. Here we go. Where we put airport? That's terrain. Past all the terrain. Alright. So hopefully we get our speed, but you can see they have bad weather over there. All these clouds. I'm just not sure why the sounds are like that. Yeah, no, you guys hearing that sound? Yeah, the sound's not too well, man. The sounds a bit daft. Jeez. Just don't know why is it making these sounds, man. I'm just avoiding those clouds over here. I mean, now we cross the ocean. Thank you, Lord. Alright, okay, so let's continue back on course because there is some weather here. We don't want to get into any of that. And can we, since we get back our speed, Can I go up to flight level 310? There we go. Open first climb, open climb. Runway and heading. Yeah, so they have to fix the sounds. Yep, so they definitely need to fix the sound. So we just passed that weather. Big storm, big cloud. Alright. Let's get back onto the... Let's see what's going on. So it's on manual again, plus. Okay. So I'm gonna remove the... Jeez, more clouds again. Gosh, man. It's weather all around, man. But to be fair, there is terrible weather all around, so if I'm being very, very honest. Look at the weather over there, passing Honduras, going all the way up to Miami. And again is on +3. Okay. If we keep climbing then we can probably avoid the weather. Alright. Probably our only chance of avoiding our weather, so I'm gonna just continue straight. Let this weather pass. Since the winds are straight on. So I don't get into any of this. Skipping all of this. Jeez. That's the thing about Xplane, man. You can avoid weather. It's so nice you can avoid weather. This is terrain. So nice that you can avoid weather. Guys, give a thumbs up for the like, man, guys. Thanks you guys too for actually being here, man. Thumbs up for the live, guys, if you're actually enjoying this, man. Really appreciate all of you guys' support today. Yeah, man. Give a thumbs up, man. Really appreciate it, man. Thumbs up if you're really enjoying this. I really, like I said, absolutely, really appreciate you guys' support today, man. Wow. What in the clouds there, man? Jesus. It's coming on here. It's coming on here. So let me zoom in a little bit. I might get a little bit of that cloud there. I reckon I'll probably try and step out a little bit, because it's still a bit heavy. Alright, but we might just get a little bit clipped. Jeez, look at this weather, man. Look at this cloud. That is so nice. I mean, these clouds, at least they're not the best, but like, let's be honest, like, how good do they look, man? You know, how good do they look, you know? Alright. Okay, so I reckon we can start cutting across. Okay, we'll just hit the end of it. It's not big weather, but at least we avoided most of the weather. And there we go. So nice. Look at the aircraft bouncing around. For them to code that and to get all of that working, man, that's incredible. You guys want to vote, man? Feel free. I think I put JAR design wrong, man. I think it's a JAR. There's AeroGenesis, the default A330, the A330 Neo. Jeez, man, look at this. Nice. Everybody? Yeah, absolutely wonderful. If everything works out, that'll be so nice. I mean, the rudder pedals work pretty well. Alright, so let's look at the weather more ahead, because we want to forecast for weather all the time. Based on 18 nautical miles, this is 40, we have some weather. Alright, so it seems like our best bet is to keep going. Ooh. Keep going right. I hate when it keeps doing that. That's our best bet to avoid that weather there. This is 40, this is 80 nautical miles. Let's get 40. So this is within 20. It's a day of avoiding weather. Literally a day of avoiding weather, man. Back in the cloud is gonna bounce around a little bit again. There we go. Bouncing around. Oh, there we go. The only thing is the sounds, man. They definitely need to work on the sounds, man. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's a lot of weather today, man. And this is because I'm using also VisualXp, which actually I think is doing pretty fine, yeah. I have it on for meta search in terms of metas, to re-download the metas every 30 minutes. Even if the grid normally gives a 6-hour grid, I wanted to do it every 30 minutes. It's obviously the sim wants it to do it every hour or half an hour, just to get more accurate in terms of the VisualXp, to try to read it. Give me a second, everybody. Hey, how do I bring this up? Look, I pressed the thing here. And I don't know. Alright, so Jimmy, seems like we might have to cut across here. I pressed this down. Oh, did you have to tap it? Oh, I have to tap it down. That's weird. You bring it up, then you have to, instead of bringing it up, you actually have to bring it down to go up. That's weird. Man, this weather self just changing all the time, man, is it? Actually, no, we have to just keep going around. What? So we have to go straight, avoid this weather. It's gonna be riding a bull today, man. Jesus. Yeah, so it's, man, this is a lot, man. Jesus. Guys want to give me a thumbs up, man? Really appreciate you guys. You guys give me a little thumbs up, man, for all of this. After going through all of this stress with all of can we go up a little bit higher? I reckon we probably can't even go any higher. Normally, wouldn't you check, you could check your maximum altitude. Let me see, performance, climb, cruise, progress, flight level 370, it says optimum. The max, okay, so it seems like we have to stay at 370 is the max. The optimum, most optimum. Jeez. Yeah, we don't want to go over here because the winds. So we're gonna cut across along the needed terrain. Jeez. Oh yeah, like I say, we're gonna go optimum. Optimum, which is 37. Yeah, there's a traffic, you know. Well, this is on already. So I'll put this on all. Even if it's already on. Just double check. Oop, sorry. Put this altitude report in. Just says altitude report net. Jesus Christ. Imagine all the way to flight level 370. So we're gonna get a bit of weather. I mean, there's cloud there. There's a bit of. Come on. Come on, let's plus these clouds, man. Alright. Yeah, so this EFB, I think I'll probably take this time to talk a little bit more about EFB. Probably when we're in a slightly better stable position, because right now things looking a little tough. Jeez, things looking very tough. So my AutoOrtho, what's going on? Is this not tracking? Hey, what's going on with my AutoOrtho? Did it just decided just what? What's my AutoOrtho doing? That's weird. So it just decided just like what it had a good time already. So something looked like it's shutting down while this memory. Okay, memory optimizer. Okay, it's optimizing right now. Alright. The only thing is like the frames keep dropping. That's my only issue here for free. Alright, there we go. It's like riding a bullet. Wait, who's that? I have no idea who that is. Oh, weather again. We have to avoid that weather over there again. It's gonna be one of these days, man. Just riding waves. It's like weather literally everywhere. And my thing is because I put my max gain to max. I believe you're supposed to put this to curl. If you want, you can put it up to 4. Yeah. So at least you have an idea. Mark decimal 80 is fine. Oh, sorry. What if I put this around here? That'll be fine. Instead of actually putting. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But I'll put this out later. BTO, I'm not sure why I have to put the BTO. We're going to parallel. So I reckon I'll get direct to parallel. Get direct. Don't need to open up. Direct to parallel. Wrong one. Sometimes that's why it's just too much. Sometimes you have to just do it easy. Direct to parallel, that's what I meant. And then direct to insert. It's gonna go direct to parallel. And now you see manage speeds. Sorry, manage heading. Still managing. And I'm keeping it at flight level 370 because the maximum at the moment. Alright, I do have my seatbelts on. I should put it on auto. I'll put it on auto at this time. This is on nav and logo. Just put it on nav for now, since we're out of the clouds. I'm on Vatsim. Alright, let me see. Are there any models around? No models around, so that's fine. The volant, yeah, the only traffic is him over here. Huh? Nothing else in time. Jeez, man. I should be playing this racing game like this guy I'm seeing there. A guy playing some racing game, and jeez, man, he has all this control. Look. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Burnout. Burnout. Outside there. Outside there. Burnout. Boy, you must knock it. Yeah. Boy. Skilly. Skilly. Top notch there, my boss. We skilly. Yeah, boy, like you bought, boy. Like you bought or what? It doesn't seem like he's here.
Yes, Sam.
I had to be worrying about you. What you doing?
Doesn't it look obvious?
Only one thing.
Flying, way?
Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock in the morning here. For me, flying at 12 in the morning.
Nice for you.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So far, this aircraft, the only thing I don't like about it so far is the sounds. Obviously, it's not optimized, so they don't optimize sounds, so it have sound issues. Not sound issues, like the sound's just not there. Why everybody saying the default A330 and then they say the tool is A330 Neos? So why nobody flying like the JAR design A330? Do you have the JAR design A330?
I find your design is nice.
I find it's okay, you know. I think based on this, the only thing is JAR design don't have a takeoff calculator or something like that. But I'm trying to think of which one better. I feel like the JAR design have better sounds and everything, so I don't even think. I think this aircraft, this A330 300. The thing is, this one is a 300 series. So it's not a 200 series. So let me let me open up the. All right, so let me go in the cabin there for a second. I'm going cruise since we're cruising. although the sounds inside of it seems better than the sounds in the cockpit, for some reason the cabin sounds better. Although well, my memory not good, my Wi-Fi not good right now, so all of these down. But yeah, I find like the default, probably the default A330, probably the sounds, I guess probably because it's the latest, it'll sound a little better. So which one are you running right now? You're running Xplane 12, the beta, or you not participating in the beta?
Running normal. I didn't get
Okay. Why is my AutoOrtho not? I don't know what happened, you know. For some reason. Alright, let me close this. Let me reopen my AutoOrtho. I don't know if it's because I don't know what's happened. The thing was running and all of a sudden it just stopped running. Mountain verifying. Wasn't I always running this? Mounted, true. Failures detected. Any failed 403 with 403 and to fail on server. AeroX failed. USGS okay. Firefly okay. Okay, so can I copy that? I know it's good. Why that saying that? Why is this thing saying this?
Thing like it retarded or something. But send to Vatsim.
What's that?
Simple download. Right. Alright, today we fly the max.
Where?
Huh. We fly the max to Trinidad from Jimmy. Load up that. Alright, A-class to start. Select exported, form exported before the file, request flight plan. Alright, so flight. There's no test this now. Yes, loading. Yup. For some reason, like when I take over this max, but like it just like it gives me a takeoff configuration warning. For some reason.
Oh, yeah, I think that happens as well. That happens to most of the aircrafts in the sim because in Xplane, because you arm your speed brake. It's a bug. I think it's a bug in Xplane. It's been like that for literally a while now. They've had this bug. So if you no, when you arm your speed brake, it would say like it will just like ready to show the red, something wrong with whatever, and that the majority of the time is because you put the speed brakes to arm. Yeah. So it's a bug. Some of the aircrafts obviously not fully optimized. There's some sort of bug. Not all the aircrafts. Obviously the max is not optimized or anything like that. So yeah. Let's take a walk around. There you go.
I got a config warning even though I didn't have my speed brakes.
Alright, so let's walk around. What did you say?
I got a config warning even though I didn't set my speed brakes.
A config warning? Is that landing or taking off?
Taken off.
On takeoff? Bro, well, that have a problem because I know majority of the aircrafts is on the takeoff. If you have it on speed brakes, majority of the aircrafts, once you put it on, once you arm it, it just it telling you about this takeoff warning thing.
And the speed brake it will give you the warning if the speed brake lights illuminates on the 737. It illuminates.
Yep. Oop. So I don't know. Something just it have it bugs. Explain the thing about Xplane has it bugs here and there. That's the only thing about Xplane, because you have to expect that. It will have a little few bugs here and there. Yeah, that's just the only thing about Xplane. But you just have to deal with that, honestly. It's like it's not nothing you can do about it. You just have to just keep going with it. Yo, you in Miami? Yeah, weather, boy. Jeez.
No, I in Jamaica.
Oh, you're in Jamaica. Let me see. I think I can see you on my Volanta here. Let me see. Yes, here you are. Isn't that you that just passed? Here you are. Yeah. Oh no. You start off in Jamaica? I thought you said you was gonna do New York.
I like how they have a custom Jamaican sense for the airport. Alright, runway 12 for departure here. We'll take the Amico to departure.
That's why I think Xplane, bro. To be honest, Xplane, you don't have to do GSX crap. We've explained better pushback. You can push the plane back literally wherever you want. You can even push the plane forward, like push it back, and then like if you want to do like moving from the hangar to like a gate, you could literally let a tug come and take your plane and literally drag the plane all the way to the gate. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy, the UI and everything. Like I don't know. To me, everything about Xplane is just the only thing I don't like about Xplane. The textures in Xplane, bro. The textures, like the texture mesh in Xplane would obviously be a bit lower. Like they have less polygon. In other words, like less pixels. So it's like a little bit older, and some of it not volumetric. In other words, like you're not feeling like the fur in the seat. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have like that sort of volumetricness to it. Things are more like plain, just
That's
is it?
it don't have the feel to it.
Yeah,
But
but generally I think
I don't give a shit.
I don't really care. For me, generally, as long as it's working fine, I'm you know what I mean? Like as long as the sim working, running fine, the cloud's good, the UI is probably the best. You can move around camera and everything. You don't even need X camera. You could literally just move around with the default camera, easy. Like for me, it's all about being intuitive. It's all about like how easy it is to move around and stuff like that. If it's not easy, I ain't want it.
Kinda, I don't most of that shit. I don't know. I have some water. We can't even go through Venezuela in SP second because they close the airspace on aircraft.
Yeah. Like shit, yes.
Yeah, boy. If I just 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and 50. They close the airspace.
Anyways, I feel at this time I probably gonna do a bit of schoolwork, or not schoolwork, but like probably like for like half an hour, just review a few things. Yeah, meantime, I mean I don't go nowhere, but just to review a few things while I have the time now. Yeah, I think that's a good thing about flying. You know, you can be in the sky and just be reading. You know, you ever sit and wonder like what pilots just be doing in their free time?
They like on the ground.
You probably be in the air reading a book, stuff like that.
But that depends because these are the monitor the aircraft.
Huh?
These are the monitor the aircraft, for instance.
Yeah, they still have the monitor. Did you know like the pilots for like the co-pilot, for example, like part of the company operations, like they have to check the fuel and everything like every half an hour or something like that. Like they have to do their report
You know,
every half an hour or something like that.
you know, I know if anybody does this, but like in the stream, because I check my fuel at every waypoint to make sure I'm burning the right amount.
Well, generally I wait till well no, I do the same thing. I check it out just to make sure, but then I'll adopt.
You check anything, but
Of course, what are you talking about?
you was like you doesn't be serious. I was like,
No, like you realize I open the real world ops. When I do the real world ops and stuff, like you know, not every day is gonna be a live where you're going to be doing some serious, like you know what I mean.
take flaps 1 for the parking. Probably how if I take flaps 5, it might give a 1. Even the other day I was like flaps 1 and it didn't give a 1. This map's kinda buggy.
Bro, as long.
I like how it has the onboard meeting.
Why you think it's buggy? Bro, none of these things have been like developed. You know, as long as things are not being developed, they'll always be buggy. If Xplane 12 changing all the time, it's always like the beta always changing and stuff like that. Of course, the aircraft, which is outdated from since since January, February. Of course, it's gonna be buggy.
Anyway, how I maintenance panel are working with? What do you ask? I maintenance my information page is not. Your info page come up, please.
But I like how level up. You know, I level up basically took the zero mod, obviously the default, and then zero modified the default, and then the level up modified zero, basically make it a lot better. So it's like a constant upgrade, and the fact that you can is now a standalone because obviously it's all licensed and everything. So you could use a zero if you want to use zero by itself, or if you want to use the level up, which
I honestly, I don't give a shit, you know. I just
I think like the best thing I like about it is the fact that they both have like weather. Whether the weather radar working or not, at least you could see the weather out there on the actual screen. They might not have a weather plug it like a weather map, or sorry, I mean like a what do you call that? A weather radar, right? But they will have the weather map. If you look at flight factor with the free, whether is the Boeing 757 or the any one of them, they all have weather, they have terrain. I know they still need the terrain radar plugin to be part of it, which eventually Xplane will have the terrain. I think like they actually have all of that in design, developing to have the terrain with the sim. So they already have all of that designing. I think like they designed it, they've launched it, but they haven't fully defined it yet. Fully refined it. So that you wouldn't need the terrain plugin and stuff anymore. So that'll be part of the sim already. Right now you still need, you realize like most of the airports you still need like the Xplane 11 libraries. You realize that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to slowly but surely build their own libraries. I don't know if you just follow the updates in Xplane. So like the libraries, the last update, Xplane 12.3, the beginning of Xplane 12.3, they had the new updates, the new objects, stuff like that.
Right on.
Hmm.
Who Thomas remove the chokes, boy?
Hmm.
When you remove the chokes from the aircraft.
Hmm.
Listen, I have no time. I have a little time this time. I will just do a freaking director and nada and call it, yes, because I not going all that freaking plus. I have to do what I deviation. I do what I deviation. Because if I say fast and I cup, what others, if parents they get on a thing.
They give you a cutas by parents and them will give you a cutas. Alright, so let me look at some of the screenshots here. Microsoft. Oh, this thing here taken. Hmm. Jeez, man. There you go. Satana. Not bad. Not some, quite a lot. Canada. Nice. Yeah. Look at this. This doesn't look too bad. Look at this live traffic, man. I reckon I think I might just put the live traffic on too, you know. I just hope my frames. I hope my frames will cut if I do that. Alright. So let me. Yeah, I'll put the I'll put that, you know, I think I'll do it, you know. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me add another screen. Let me add the Discord screen. I can't understand. I do not the Discord. Alright, so where is it? Window capture. Not display, window capture. And let me capture. Got some of these nice pictures there. Put not volunteer, Discord. Alright. Discord capture. Ooh. Put that on here. For real, way too big.
Kingston's is 1-1. Kingston is 1-5.
Some nice pictures, man. So you say you don't have 2020? You don't have 2024?
No, not as that.
Imagine I have it. I still eager.
No problem. Virtual this.
I still wonder when I'll get into 2024. Explain to
Copy
X.
that, stop them. Right again, I start number 2 start now.
All of these I explain. Yo, bro, how good is this 767 livery that I made, bro? Well, I didn't make it. I just basically I just added the livery and the colors. How nice it like.
Did you send it to me?
Oh no, I don't think I sent it to you yet. You know.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
You asked me if you listen.
But for me to send that, I have to actually I have to compress that because that is like open files. That's not like a compressed zip, you know. So I have to literally compress that. Shit, these pictures are really nice, man. Wow. What do you guys think about these pictures? Anybody else on the live? Oh no. That's just away everybody. So far 868 people watch the channel. Nice.
Character starts on number 2.
Thanks.
Start.
Because all
3. Starting number 1 start.
ah, so the AutoOrtho works. Good. So it's actually loading in all my files. Good. That's what I want. Because I was there wondering, like, let's say if your AutoOrtho just stop working, right? And then you're flying because you already loaded, but then it crashed. Like, if you're already flying, does that mean that you have to actually restart it? Like, restart the sim. But I continued the sim. I shut down the AutoOrtho and I restart it and I just press run. And it's showing that it actually loading in data, yeah? So it seems like because I previously initially opened it, yeah, it's running already. Although I have to decode all of them things I see in there. How nice is these photos, man, from Discord there? Let me see. Let's get some more Caribbean lines. Bro, I feel like me having that day, I feel like I want to go back on the 767, man. I never been on a 767 in my life. Never been. Can you imagine somebody create a
Maybe in the future we could plan a trip together. When I get older.
probably. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of my partner never.
Look at a Caribbean airline. Somebody created a dash. Somebody created the dash Q400 Caribbean Airlines. They did new liveries. Why, what people doing, why? Yeah, if let's do the real thing, you know. Somebody put a Inter-Caribbean, they put an Inter-Caribbean livery too. Inter-Caribbean in the dash 8 Q400. Matter of fact, I think I missed the dash 8 Q400, you know. I feel like that ATR, I always in a ATR, I always flying ATR. Then again, dash 8 400, they don't fly in the Caribbean. So
Well, you just fly in Canada.
this is, yeah, it flies in Canada. Yeah. How nice is this? Jeez.
You should not stream there.
Well, I fly into Canada right now because they have the event on tonight.
I said like keep on trying to
Oh.
stream there.
Oh. I probably might ask Alpha, you know. Ask Alpha, like, Alpha, can you help me out? Help a brother out now.
Yeah, ask him.
Yo, what's poppin', boy?
Yeah, good to see you, man. I'm here showing off pictures from. I'm here showing off the explain pictures here, man. Some really nice.
Yeah, man, no problem.
I
Jeez.
just landed, and the landing wasn't good.
What was the landing rate?
When I was flaring, I guess the iFly decided it
Where
was
am
gonna
I?
drop down, so it was a 16 feet per minute.
MCAS activated, bro.
Not good, is it?
He said MCAS.
Activated.
Alright,
Alright,
nice
my
picture.
pin, boy. Alright, I received my. Alright, pin has received +1.
Oh, Miguel, this is Hippo. This is Miguel.
Hippo? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, Hippo, hi Hippo, how you doing? Is that who I just said just join in? I'm okay. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh, I'm actually just passing. I'm passing Florida, not too far. Literally, like probably half an hour in the game. That is.
Yeah, don't come here in real life during hurricane season.
Bro, for real.
Gee.
Hey, hurricanes are fun. I don't see
No,
what the
they
problem-
aren't.
Yes,
No,
they are.
no. Bro.
Somebody who
You
hasn't
acting
somebody who hasn't experienced a true hurricane is someone who would say that.
Oh,
Jaden,
you-
I know you've
Why?
You know,
I know you've
you know what those
experienced
hurricanes
it
do?
really
Bro?
bad.
Oh yeah, I know.
Are
what
you
hurricanes
mad?
do. Oh yeah,
You know
I
how
am.
people lost their life?
Not only am I mad, I'm crazy too.
He's like, I know myself. Not only am I mad, I'm crazy.
Rocky.
Yeah,
You know the storm you're having right now?
yeah. Knock off hurricane.
Imagine that lasting for one whole day, 24 hours straight, 1,000
Dude,
times worth,
It's been
200
raining.
mile an hour winds,
I heard
tornadoes,
that.
just poor disaster.
Well,
I heard that hurricanes cause tornadoes too.
He's from America.
Surprisingly, Hurricane can spawn tornado, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've
There was
never
reported
heard.
one time.
Well,
I
One
never
time
heard
there was
good
400
luck.
hurricanes.
A cat.
400
Oh.
We have 2 hurricanes on its way. It's on its way
Wait.
over to you.
Hippo.
You're
Its
dead.
name is
Florida.
Gabriel. Miguel, where are you from?
Okay, Caribbean again. Yeah, man. St. Lucia. So at least we don't get tornadoes, but at least we can. We don't get tornadoes, but we get hurricanes and all this stuff crap.
I beg you to question that.
Y'all's hurricanes are worse than ours, bro.
To be fair.
Hurricane Gabriel, they put a turn on it. It's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna go right next to Bermuda. It ain't even coming in.
Yep.
Going up north.
Oh,
So
so they
Hippo,
just
Yeah.
So Hippo, I heard you got Xplane. How do you like it?
Who?
Let's see.
Hippo. I heard Hippo got
Eh?
Xplane.
Hippo never got
You
a
get it.
plane.
I never got Xplane.
I did.
Oh,
I
you're
did.
curious.
Yeah.
Oh, he said somebody got Xplane.
So let's go
No,
there.
I was saying that he was going to get it. I think.
Oh,
No,
yeah, man.
Mm.
Oh, you should
No?
get it, man. It's nice.
just no.
Is it about the money?
Kind of.
Yeah, he's not willing to spend that much money on a plane.
I mean, yeah. I can understand.
But I mean, it's worth it though.
Well, you don't know his financial position.
Dude, it's been raining all day.
Hey. Some accelerator. You're not taking up any taxes.
Dude, I'm Southwest Airlines. Oh yeah, that's right. I got a taxi.
He's like he's Southwest Airlines. I was doing my schoolwork the other day and stuff, and I'm part of the business operations and stuff. So like in terms of like flexibility, in terms of like how a business like operates, right? And I'm there telling myself I could use some airlines, and then I'm like, okay, let me think of some of the airlines, and I'm like, okay, let me use Silver, let me use Ryanair, let me, I'm like, let me use
Yeah, boy, crazy.
Jet. Let me look for Jet 2. What?
Might be like holiday.
Oh, yeah, Jet 2 holiday.
School on 40%, then Toga. And one time I said Toga said,
And Jet 2, yeah. You guys ever? I was that close. I was that close to going on like an Easy Jet or Jet 2. Like, actually, I think I actually went on a Jet 2. Didn't I drive it? I think Jet 2 was going into Manchester. Like, they have some very holiday destinations. Like, and I remember, I think when I was young, I was on Jet 2. Bro.
Oh, you know what? I don't know what that's happening, but I'm not like that.
All right, what's going on, Rocky? Because I know you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about no planes. You want to talk about what's going on in America. I know you don't want to talk about no planes.
Oh, yeah, dude, you already know.
You already ready?
You already know.
Already know.
Get ready to go have
Jeez.
Okay.
I'm looking at your pictures.
America.
Shit, I'm looking.
Chaotic gun violence, political people getting assassinated in the neck.
Yeah.
Here,
No,
let me
you see,
let me
you
stop
see,
right
people
quick.
winning.
Here, hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey, hey.
let me start. Calm
And
down.
I
Right.
remind you, if you have not seen the video, do not look at the video.
Well, we've. Yeah.
We saw it already. We saw.
Yeah. We saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it really bad? So,
Yeah, bro. It's traumatized, man. That's just
Hello, Rocky. Rocky wants to start. Rocky wants to start this year. All right. Rocky wants to start.
Yeah, let me start.
Rocky wants to start.
Gonna be a question for y'all.
Uh.
And everybody gonna have their own opinion.
All right. Here we go.
Alright,
know this.
Miguel, I wanna go ahead and ask you first.
Yeah. What's going on?
What? I know you're not from the United States, but
Yep.
what is one thing that the government could not have power on or in? Like, what is one thing that the government could not be in power of?
Well, they're not supposed to be up. Obviously, the Constitution of America and stuff like that. So, in
Alright.
and in terms of that, yeah.
Okay. Hippo, what do you think?
I think the government should not be involved, at least federal government should not be involved in education.
Ooh, why do you say that?
Because every state is different. There's different political views, there's different religious views. There's
Yeah, but
every
then-
single state is different, and I think every state
Okay.
should adapt to its own learning
So,
style.
so can I talk?
The entire country is learning the same because it's put in fix one country, one specific
All right. So can I? So that means can I just say something quick? Because I mean, I know the channel is not really much about like politics, but I'll just say. Does that just means if you can't, if it's not about education, then that means everything else? Because right now America has a education problem. There is gender problem because let's be honest, there are a lot of different
Yeah,
gender
we're
people.
We're a very woke country.
You know.
Yeah,
Um.
okay.
gender country. Crazy.
Well, you know what I mean. Like,
We do have a problem with that.
yeah. See, the thing is, all right, America. You know, when you go in like different parts of the world, like for example, I'm in England, right? And I've been to so many of the different states. They don't really have any of these sort of political issues because they all do the same thing. They all live the same way. So like, it don't matter if you move from this state to this state. Whereas in America, Texas is not the same like Miami people. Miami people are not the same like New York people. New York people are not the same like Chicago. You know what I mean? California is a different, completely different class. Seattle is like they have so many different.
Its own little country.
Yeah, exactly. So it's obviously as much as they don't want to talk, they don't want to have too much of they're saying about Democrats, whether you are a Democrat or you're not a Democrat, the fact that they're talking about like it's too much bullshit when it comes to gender and all this kind of thing. But let's be honest, the country has so many different roots. Like you just can't stay there and say it's black or white. It's not white or black. I mean, sorry to say it, but I mean, I'm not trying to be racist here, but it's not white or black. You know what I mean? It's white, black, blue, green, yellow for the you know, they have Japanese American. Japanese do not want to be called white. Japanese are not white.
Japanese American.
They-
Yeah.
Hispano Americans like me, who
And the white-
you
the white
call me
don't
white, I
understand
will
you.
punch you.
Hold on,
Well,
Gaten.
I don't
Hold on.
understand too.
Hold on, Gaten. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let the man speak. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who must
Go ahead, Hippo.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like, for me, example, I'm a Hispanic American. If you call me white or whitewash, I will beat you.
Yeah. Exactly. You know,
Calling me white is an insult.
it's like an insult. Exactly. You know,
And a lot of
like Latinos. Like Latinos don't want to be called white. A fucking Latino will be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" Like, bro, like, can't you see?
Also, something I think people need to understand. There is a difference between Latinos and Hispanics.
All right. Exactly. As well, there is Latino and Hispanic. You know what's funny? A lot of people don't even look at the difference in that part. But obviously, those who understand knows. Like Latinos and Hispanic are not the same people. You don't call somebody from like Hawaii fucking Latino, like not because they're from, you know, that part of the world. Like what? You know what I mean? It's crazy. But it's just a country that people don't want to be educated on certain things. They don't want to care about certain things, and that's just the reality. They don't want to be educated on certain things. It's
I agree with that
yeah.
statement. And then there's also a lot of things people, you know, in the United States that don't want to be educated on certain things because they're just
Yeah.
I want to say
blatantly
that.
otherwise. So, and you know, their beliefs, their religion, so forth, they don't want to be taught on the different things that I guess that
All right. So let me just put
that
this live
some
traffic
other
thing.
people are teaching each other,
There we
whatever,
go.
you know? Like they don't want to be taught on that. They don't want to. They don't want to
And I'll put
be
this
taught
to
things
show traffic. This could
that I
possibly
guess
work.
Hola.
that they find. I
Hold
guess
on.
annoying in a way. I want to say.
And should I put
I know I'm not wording it right, but I'm trying to figure out what
not
word,
A class?
correct word to use.
I'm gonna put TCAS control
Kind of, you know,
requested, or
Hola.
I'm
um,
gonna put. There we go.
it is the fact, though,
There we go.
that I want to say. It's the fact that some
There we go. So I have to actually update that. So no open sky data. Just have to restart it. Generate.
that think,
Which I feel like, Rocky,
yeah,
I feel like nowadays it's not
Yep.
really Democrat, Republican, it's left and right.
yeah, but
Yeah, and you know
I
what?
can't say it now, but there's home, but
yeah,
To try.
tech side,
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try to also. Well, I'll just say. I think it was only day before I was talking about that, because they kept saying in the media yet again, the left, the far left and stuff, and even now it's reaching all the way in Australia, far left and
like Democrats,
you know.
liberals.
And I'm like, who determines who's left, who's right? Like what the? Like, I'm like, who determines who's left, who's right? Like what the ass? What was that? Who determines who's left, who's right? Like how can you say who's left, who's right?
yeah, and I yeah, and I agree with the statement, but it's the how am I gonna put it? It's the thing about how some people not take it, but how some people I get, bro. Whose dog is tweaking out? Like actually, bro. All right, anyway.
It's not mine for once. It's not mine.
It has to be mine, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could only be
Anything.
it could only be yours.
I will say. So, in my opinion, right, it's most, if not all, Republicans. Well, not all of them, but most
Rocky,
of
be
them.
careful what you're saying because remember I'm
Yeah. But some.
Yeah, and I'm alive as well, and we don't want to get involved. Anything to do with the federal, cause yeah.
Don't want to be cancelled.
Wait, y'all are live on YouTube right now?
Yeah, I am.
Well, he's live.
Oh, never mind. I can't finish that sentence then. Okay. Let's go ahead and gank it up now.
How many viewers do you have? Because if it's none, we can keep talking.
No, because YouTube and cracking down on both. You realize YouTube doesn't have a thing called freedom of speech anymore on there, right? Like they will strike you down real quick. So, anywho, all right. How about this? What is another thing you think that the government cannot have in power? I personally think,
Anything to do with the Constitution.
Deployment. I think that the government shouldn't have the power to deploy soldiers or whatever if it's not needed. And what I mean by that is, I hear if we're getting involved in a lot of things that we, in my opinion, that we really couldn't be getting ourselves into.
Alright, mind your business.
Yep, yep, that. And I feel like if we're putting our nose into everything, we're trying to figure out what's going on. We're trying to figure out.
Like you said, in Venezuela.
We're trying to figure out things that don't have anything to do with us, you know. And if you put it like that, I agree that
I'll be back.
I agree that to the fact that it is needed sometime, hint sometime. But I feel like if we're putting ourselves in danger in a way. For example.
No, I know. I think I understand exactly what you're trying to say, to be honest. Obviously, the more you speak, the more you're gonna find yourself in danger, stuff like that. So, I mean, I am, and I know I'm on the live, so I understand that freedom of speech. Nobody should injure anybody for freedom of speech. We understand, but I think what's happening in today's world is that, remember, okay, fine, I'll use a little bit of the racist sort of times of when people couldn't, I wouldn't say X, Y, and Z from who, but I'll just say whoever couldn't say anything would have gotten hurt because of said or whatever. But now it's like we believe now that we should be able to say without getting hurt, which we understand. But it's no longer a time of when you're getting actual physically hurt from somebody hitting you. Now you actually feel like you're actually getting hurt from someone actually saying things that could deteriorate your life. For example, somebody could say something to somebody and say, don't employ this guy because he's a dickhead or he's a cunt. But sorry, hopefully that gets cropped out, but but you know what I mean? Somebody could tell somebody something and next thing you know, you don't get a job because people say shit about you, or like how. So at the end of the day, now you're gonna feel offended if people out there trying to avoid certain people from, not necessarily saying avoiding them from getting a job, but you might feel attacked if how they use the rhetoric, in other words. And I think that's the problem with today, or with America, or let alone the situation. People are feeling attacked, not necessarily physically, but feeling like this could affect my long-term life. They could basically say, you know what, fuel is expensive, I'm going to make it extremely hard that only the people that have money can afford to be able to have vehicles, and everybody else will just die. And then they will feel like, yes, I finally found a way without beating them with a whip, but I will beat them with my voice. And now they're all gonna suffer because they're no longer gonna be able to afford healthcare, so they would die without being able to get treated in hospital. You understand? So it's not necessarily getting bitten physically, but you feel attacked that a lot of things could happen to your life. So what do you do in response? And I think that's the question there for a lot of people. That's the trigger. The trigger is like, what do I do about it? And that's where is the problem for a lot of people. Not necessarily saying that democracy is freedom, but during that point, what do you do during that point?
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a great point. That could
Yeah.
be the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And
It's tough. It's tough.
what I would do. Yeah.
Exactly. You see, because and that's a question for a lot of people, and a lot of people do not know how to because people, I see on the media for the past couple of days, people say, it's terrible what they did, what the guy is doing, or yes, we understand human being. They talk about, both Democrats and both Republican talk about, at the end of the day, still a human being, which we understand.
Yeah.
But saying a human being is not enough. That's like Donald Trump. Fair enough. I don't want to be political on the stream, but that's like saying the situation now is like you voted for somebody, you wanted somebody to do this for you, and now they're not doing it, and now everybody upset, and all they could do is just stay there and watch by for the next 3 years of their life. Not just free, it could be 3 years and everything else that you have attached to it, mortgage that will go up sky high, everything else. And then there is, when the thing about it is, when insurance and all these things goes up, it takes almost like a decade for these things to go back down. You understand why it's important? Your mortgage is not going to go down. The price of mortgage is not going to go down. Invest in. So of course it matters. So of course somebody would feel like, you know what, I'm gonna hurt this guy because it's gonna affect my long-term life. I'm not gonna be able to afford something that costs $1 right now. It's gonna end up costing $1.50, and my children, my children and my kids are gonna feel hurt. So I'm not gonna keep this guy here.
And I agree with that too, because almost everybody that voted for him, because he said he was gonna do something, right, and make it happen. I understand it's not been his time that he, or I understand that it may not take, happen right away. I understand that, but you gotta take into consideration, right? He said that he's gonna do things very quickly. I understand that that may not be the case, but a lot of people voted for him, and they're regretting voting for him because they didn't realize that he was about to do something that's going to, for one, raise up the pricing and make it hard on people. And I also want to hit on the topic as well, while we're still on it, is the fact that he is trying to remove homeless people, from Washington D.C. Now, I understand that it may not make the city look good, but the thing is, a lot of people have been going through hard times and whatever. But the fact that you're gonna sit there and kick them out of the city, or kick them out of all the city, whatever, they are bothering you. So why are you messing with them? And that's the question that everybody, including myself, everybody's been wondering, what's been going on, I guess, in the sense that, they need to be removed.
Yeah, everyone's gonna feel like that as well. Everyone's gonna be like, these guys need to get removed from here.
And it's crazy to me that I even have that this is even a topic, because it's like the fact that you're sitting here trying to remove people, and I'm sorry, but they didn't do anything. I really disagree with the fact that he's doing that, and they've already been going through hard enough times that you're gonna sit there and try to do that. And you can understand where the different anger and the different, the different points and the sides of things where, we're wondering why.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to speak entirely on all of this, but yeah. Yeah, what?
And I know it's, Miguel, I know you're screaming, Miguel, and it's a very hard topic for you not to be able to say anything. But I mean, know he had a lot to say about it, but he can't. But
Trust me, I just have a lot to say. I'm very well versed in a lot of things. I just try not to. I just don't get too involved in a lot of things. But I'm aware because at the end of the day, right now, it's up for a lot of people right now to just at least be aware. And then yeah, because for example, I blame a lot of us, like and I use that word a bit loosely, but I blame a lot of us really in that regard because for one, we already knew what was happening, but a lot of people voted for optimism, like they've just been optimistic that something good happens,
Well,
you know.
I will add something there. You have to understand. People have their beliefs. Republicans have their beliefs. Democrats have their beliefs. The left and the right have their beliefs. So, not really optimism. It's more what they believe in, how they believe it, and how they think things should be done.
Yeah, which goes back to the point that they were expecting things to be done a certain way because you've been very, very skeptical as to your one vote. Because if you make one vote and 10 million more people like yourself make that also one vote, then that's 10 million plus 10 million and one. So you know it does matter. So you're gonna be very, very careful to know why you want this person to be there. So you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? Let's look at the world, what's going on in the world right now. Because Donald, he's one person. I'm not gonna try and mention his name, but he's one person, and I'm sure there are more than 100. How many people are there in America? Is it like 100 million or something like that?
350 million.
350 million people in America. Out of 350 people, you probably get like 200 million voted or something.
Yeah, because it's only 18 plus to vote.
Right, exactly. So, and then
the fact that
yeah,
not only that is is if you have done a hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you finish the comment before I do that. 'Cause I feel like that's probably gonna take
yeah. All right, so it's like okay, for example, like 300, let's say 200 people voted. Let's say 200 people voted, 200 million. Out of 200 million, I'm pretty sure if we look at the wagon wheel, I'm just gonna summarize this quickly. If you look at the wagon wheel, those people would be on different income brackets. They'll be at the mega rich, the mega rich. They'll be the mega rich, the rich mega rich, the average, and the lower class, or those who cannot get a good job or whatever. At the end of the day, they're all going to show an indicator as to why they voted for you or why the polls are swinging this way or swinging that way. And I'm sure they will have the pie chart, which I'm using in a simple case here to say, would show probably 60% of people voted because the cost of labor is probably too high. We're working too hard and we're not getting paid well enough for it. Another piece might be 40% for housing. We think that we're paying probably about $200 too much on mortgage per month than the average amount, which 200 US is a lot of US dollars, let's be honest. I'm just saying as a per month, especially per month as well. Knowing like, let's say you're already paying like 1,000 or something so US, and now you have to pay extra 200 and something dollars on top of that. Let alone when that goes up, that means insurance and all these other things gonna go up. So you're gonna end up paying total probably 1,500 when you're supposed to be paying 1,000. 500 US dollars extra is a lot of money, every month for somebody to pay. So Alright, so the point I'm trying to get at is the real indicators in the world, in America, is what majority of the people would have voted for. The real true indicators of what's going on in America for them. They don't give a shit what's going on in the war. They don't give a shit what's going on, whether this building is going up or this building is getting crashed or this or that. The people who care about what is best going to happen to them today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. The people do not give a shit what buildings, what breaks. The people want to know that the vehicle can go on the road and drive to work and we can come back home safely. The people want to know I can look after if I get sick, because the only way I can work in America is I need some help for if in case I get sick, because I'm sure you want me to work. If I do get sick, you want me to work. So please, can I get some health care so I can be able to get well and get back on the road and work to produce for the country? Because whatever I produce gets back in taxes, which goes back into the economy. So if you want the robot to work, you need to keep oiling down the robot. You need to give the robot oil, all the things to grease it to make it lubricated to work. So give me healthcare, give me the things to continuously work. So, but you get the point I'm coming from, right? At the end of the day, it all goes back into the economy. Whatever the people work for and everything goes back into the economy. So at the end of the day, you have to look after the people and everything, because they're the ones that are going to contribute back into the economy. So if you don't care about that, then you're wasting your time. Yeah. And I think that's what was the problem with America, really.
Yeah, and a lot of times our taxes will sometimes go into things that some people find useless and shouldn't go into. And when people say that, yeah, we sometimes spend money on things that we shouldn't be spending it on. For example, Donald Trump was talking about how he sent the Homeland Security to go paint the Mexican border, or our border with Mexico and the United States, color it black. And all the money that we pay for taxes has went into
Oh,
painting a
there we
wall
go. Fort Lauderdale.
purple color black. All of it.
And what else? So
And that makes
actually,
me
Miami is below. So here I am. Miami and them is actually over there. So
how.
yeah, there we go. So
Again,
hopefully,
it leads me to question.
um, hopefully let me see if all goes well.
How and why
So I'm gonna zoom out a
are
little
we
bit,
paying to just to paint
but no
of all
weather.
things, just to paint a wall black?
All right, so that's good. Just clouds everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I wish I could figure it out, but
So we're spending money on things that we low-key that could wait, because I don't need you to spend that much money on something that I probably won't use, right? And to be honest, right? I understand that we only try to make things, I guess, better in a way. For the United States, but
Huh?
spending money on things,
I'll be
like I
right back.
said, isn't worth it.
I hope they just don't come after my channel.
See where I'm coming from.
You know. I reckon they probably might stop my channel there. Although I don't want my channel to get stuff. Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm here. I'm just looking at the open sky, my data and stuff. Like the live traffic, they actually like you have to get um some API thing, so you have to renew it every time because they have a certain quote on it, like a data on it, data cap. In other words. It says Rose offline access. No offline. I'm actually online. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
like
back.
but yeah, like I was saying, he's, we're supposed to be making this airplane, making
Quote
it better.
unquote making America great again, which I think kind of
America may be doing
You know the problem is people gonna be talking about America for a little bit. Like people gonna be talking about it for a few, you know what I mean, like a few months or so.
eternity.
And I'm like,
No, they're gonna talk about it for eternity because we have just so many problems that people have.
yeah, but I'm like, can people find something else to talk about? Cause like, let's be honest, like it's gonna be like that like every day. Every day is gonna be some random shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Like,
mean,
to be honest,
here's my
I mean,
opinion.
yeah.
America's a big place in the world. It influences other countries.
Well,
You can see with the
no,
Charlie Kirk thing.
it's not even
We have
that.
Rocky. You can see with the Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. But he has memorial dinners going on in Brisbane, London, Sydney, Paris, Seoul, South Korea, literally the entire world.
Well, it's the thing about he's a Christian, yeah. But back on what I'm saying, a lot of people are hearing about us and talking about the United States because the United States is acting as if they can't get it together, so other countries are thinking that they're overpowered. Just like Russia. Russia looks at the United States, and that's what they did. Was back when we had that huge, I hope y'all remember it, but it was the time where people in Congress was arguing with each other and arguing who's gonna do what. Like, we had a huge argument. And that doesn't make America look good whatsoever. It makes us look like we can't even get ourselves together, and they were part of the government. If you see where I'm coming, and that's why a lot of people that bring up America is to study America, 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 is because half of the thing is the problem that other countries. I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna get any better, but it is the fact that people out here are absolutely crazy. And also one thing,
Yeah, it is what it is. To be honest, it really is what it is. All right, so
Miguel,
d-
Miguel, I don't know if you have this glitch too, but like
yeah.
I clicked the VSD on the maps and
All right, so look
terrain,
there, Jacksonville.
and
Who's calling me?
it's just stuck. I can't remove the VSD.
Just give me a second. Jacksonville calling me. Yeah. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay, can you help me? Have a VSD.
Okay, so 129.325. Okay, there you go. To 9.325. Let me just make sure. Alright, so let me get this voice in my out in my logi and in my fine. Here we go. There we go.
November 73148 Jack Center,
There you
cleared to the Daytona Beach Airport as filed to maintain 15,000, squawk tree 45 tree.
Okay, there you go. So let me just contact him.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Center, good day. Delta Alpha Golf Echo November with you, flight level 390 inbound on Niue. That's Oscar November Echo Whiskey Yankee.
Delta Alpha Golf Echo November Jack Center. Recycle transponder squawk 3050.
3050. Delta Echo November.
November 73148 Jack Center. Did you copy the clearance?
305. Alright.
73148 cleared to Daytona Airport as filed.
3050.
15,000 departure this frequency squawk.
There you go. And indent. Okay. I think that's all set. Indent. Alright.
November 73148
There you go.
rack expect runway.
Yeah, okay, passing Jacksonville. So you can see, you guys can see weather. It's not too well, and I reckon I'll put this up to Marcus.
Delta Alpha Golf Echo November radar
There you go.
contact 30 miles south of Orlando vortex level 390.
Roger.
Delta 3328 Tampa approach closed. Better service terminated for position.
Okay.
Over 73148 runway 32 taxi via Delta. Correction Alpha.
taxi via Delta, 73148.
November 31 Charlie Victor, welcome to Jack's Alpha Golf to ramp. Good night.
Alpha Golf to ramp, thanks for your help. 1 Charlie Victor, good night.
Bye bye.
Oh, bro, Starbucks is nice though. I like them. Girl, Q doesn't need to go to Starbucks. You do go to Starbucks. I like that drink.
Clear 73148, right to takeoff. We'll turn for right 32.
73148 turn right heading 360 runway 32 clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 32, right heading 360, 73148.
the scenes.
Oh yeah, dude. Got to live it up.
November 73148, ident, climb and maintain 15,000 to altitude passing.
Alright, identity and climb maintain 15,000, currently at 500, 73148.
73148, radar contact, half a mile northwest of Destin Airport, 1 able, direct PFIN,
Is that
climb and maintain 15,000, the altimeter, tree 000.
10330, directed to Wood Able, climb maintain 15,000, 73148.
When I am plan for flight, I go sit on helicopter under the airplane.
Yeah, I feel like it.
So what do you use? Do you use an airframe for?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Because when I have it gives me no cargo.
Yeah, I use, I think it was an air. I'll send it to you. Give me a few minutes. I'll be back.
Jacksonville Center, November 050, Sierra Bravo, flight level 290, 63 miles west of Charlie Echo Whiskey.
November 0500, Bravo Jack Center, radar contact. Sierra Bravo, are you interested in a shortcut?
Jacksonville Center, November 050 Sierra Bravo, go for it.
November 050 Sierra Bravo, clear direct reading.
Clear direct greeting for November 050 Sierra Bravo. Jacksonville Center, November
Alright.
050 Sierra Bravo.
So
With
let me
a question,
see.
do you want me
Hopefully
to maintain
everything's
flight level 290 or do you
working
want to start
fine.
descending
Hopefully.
to maintain the altitude maximum listed
Yep.
at coax?
Yeah, so let's alert couple traffic here now. That's pretty good.
A-firm will remain at flight level 290. We'll wait for descent.
Okay,
The
so why do I
instructions
have
further in,
two
November
charts,
050
not
Sierra Bravo.
idea why? Shouldn't be having two charts. I should be having the where's it? The feed. Activity feed. Not sure why. Why that? Yeah. If it look well, that should be there anyway. I don't like these sounds, man. This old sounds, man. It makes this old sounds. I'm not just trying, but yeah. The sounds are not the best. Any models around? Let me see which models. Am I too far or something? Of course they have a
Jacksonville Center, 7148, level 15,000.
November 148, roger.
everything is, where am I going? Oh, then we're going back. Yeah, switch traffic around. That's good. At least that's good. To suppose everybody says Phoenix. This sim crashing. Something happened there.
Once the passengers get all boarded up, we will be
Jackson at Jojo 370 and just off Lake Field, Lake City, whatever. 1,700, climbing 3,000, left turn 360.
Jojo 3701, Jack, side out. Jojo 3701, radar contact, half a mile northwest of Lake City 2.7, climbing. Cleared direct, Larry, climb and maintain, flight level 250.
Alright, up to 250, direct Larry, Jojo 370.
Actual center, Delta 256 with you, flight level 360.
Out of 256, Jack's radar contact.